This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV. We are here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I didn't expect to see you, Frazer Clarke. How are you, mate?
Here I am. Yeah, I'm all good.
I'm working for Sky, doing a bit of duties, getting about a bit for the biggest fight of the century this week.
Honestly, I'm like a kid in a toy shop. It's just stupid, like, I keep forgetting. This is the biggest fight I've ever witnessed in my lifetime, and even though it's a Monday, you can just tell first day of fight week, it feels like it's big. Do you know what I mean? I'm buzzing to be here.
It's kind of been a slow burner in the UK, but do you think this week, when all the press, all the coverage is going to be absolutely massive, break records and everything in between?
I imagine so. Like you said, everywhere you look, everyone's here. Even on the plane coming over, I speak to a few people, broadcasters from every corner of the world, the planet are coming over. Because it's the big one, this is going to be historic, the biggest event in boxing history, I believe so. So we'll see.
Tyson Fury's just arrived. He's done some of his media duties. Have you spoke to him? Have you seen him this week?
I've not spoken to him yet, but he looks in good form. I did a little interview about an hour ago, and I was just talking about it's like fight week. I've been wrapping him up in cotton wool for his team. He arrived in a mask. I seen one of the lads have some hand sanitizer. He's doing all the right things, like that is undisputed professional attitude. You know what I mean? So buzzing to see Tyson like that, and I think even just I've not seen Usyk yet, but I've just seen Tyson. My prediction was Usyk, but seeing him is the way he looked, focused and in good form, it might have swayed me a little bit.
In kind of the media over the past week, there's been a lot made about his body type at the minute. He's shredded a lot of weight. Do you think that makes a difference, fighting someone like Alexander Usyk?
Yes, but I also believe he's got intelligent people around him. It's undisputed. Everything for a reason. I don't believe he's just lost weight for the sake of losing weight. If he's done it, you'd like to think it's to enhance performance and to be able to carry out tactics better. So, people say what they want, but at this level, you're talking about the highest of high. This is like I keep saying, this is our World Cup of boxing. Do you know what I mean? This is the World Cup final of boxing. So I don't believe he just lost weight for the sake of losing weight. If he's done that, nutritionists are in. Remember, money's no option here. Should be the best Tyson Fury we're going to get. And if he's lost that weight, it's got to be for a reason.
Obviously, we know the money involved, but is this about more than money? This is the ultimate legacy fight.
I think so. I said it earlier, reference that I believe this doesn't make you. I believe the undisputed heavyweight champion makes you the king of the world in a daft way. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's as big as it gets, and I think obviously the money is always talked about over here, but when there's you and one other fighter, you're finally going to be able to say, I'm the number one. You work your whole life for that, essentially. I think we had similar with Crawford and Spence, look how good that was. It was just epic. I believe we've got another sort of, that kind of fight going on here, like the two best in division. Say there was a pack of four of them, we've dwindled it down to the two best, and they're fighting each other. As a boxing fan, forget everything else, as a boxing fan, you cannot ask for more. I'm absolutely buzzing.
We just spoke to Tyson, and he said Wilder, Klitschko, White, Chisora, all of his previous opponents combined aren't at the level of Alexander Usyk. Is he the best that Tyson will ever get in the ring with?
Yeah, I do. Anyone that watches football, I watched Real Madrid and Bayern Munich the other day, and the level of football, the level it was at, I believe that's what we got here. I believe you've got like two giants and unbelievable fighters, and they're going to go at it. He's absolutely right. I'm glad he's thinking that way. It's really good to know that he's thinking like that, because I do believe this is a completely different kettle of fish. Don't get me wrong. Your Klitschko's, your Wilders, they're all dangerous in their own right, but this man's a different kettle of fish.
Because of what's on the line, undisputed legacy, as you said, kind of king of the world. Is there a chance it could be a bit of a cagey fight? It could be a little bit of a stalemate.
I think so. At the beginning, obviously, a lot of the best fighters always are. They don't catch fire straight away, and you've got two really good thinking men, two really good boxing brains in there. But eventually, someone's going to have to try and take the fight by the scruff of the neck. So it shouldn't take too long. Usyk's style, obviously, you know he can be hard to pin down. I've never really seen him dominated. Neither have I Tyson by that matter. But I don't know. I don't know if it's me being a really big optimist, but I believe it's going to catch fire. Might not be an all round standing in the middle of the ring classic like slugfest, but if you're watching it and you know you're boxing, you'll be seeing things, the highest level. The little subtle things you'll think, oh my god, that was really good.
You mentioned there that you thought you were swaying towards Usyk, and now you've just seen Fury. You could be the other way. Is it that close? Is you going to be swinging all week? We just don't know that fine margins.
I think you're going to ask everyone. Yeah. Like I said, I've seen Fury coming in. It's something stupid. It might, to people at home, it might not resonate. I've seen him coming in a mask. No, that for me, it just shows you how serious the man's taking this. And people say it's just a mask, but he's just preventing himself from trying to get any germs. He's not shaking too many hands. He's sort of he's switched on. He's dialed in. And for me, as a fighter, looking at people like that at the top of the game, they're the little things you notice and think, you know what, I'll keep that in the mind. Next time you're at a big fight, maybe you don't want to get any illnesses. You want to be 100% going into the ring. You follow on.
Can Fury knock out Alexander Usyk?
Yeah, he can. He's a huge man. He can knock anyone out on the planet. I mean, to catch him cleanly, I'm not sure it's going to happen as often as you would some other people. Like look at the way he did Dylan White. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him with shots like that. But if he does, it's a fight. A fight. Everyone knows in a fight, anyone can be knocked out, and Tyson Fury can knock anyone with 2 arms, 2 legs out. He's that skillful, and he's that big.
Do you think Alexander Usyk is weak to the body? And could this play a factor in this fight? Because a lot of people are saying Joshua hurt him to the body. We know what happened with Dubois. It could be a big thing.
Well, what can't speak, can't lie, we've all seen it, haven't we? So maybe he is. I wouldn't, if I was personally Tyson, I wouldn't go searching for it. I wouldn't go looking for it. Tyson's one of them fighters. He's a reaction fighter. He's a natural fighter. If it's on, I'm sure he'll take it. And if he is looking for it, I'm sure he won't make it obvious. So I think he is a bit susceptible. Yeah, definitely. I think the Dubois one was the most apparent one for me. I think Dubois should have won the fight. I think he was done off that shot. I don't think it was low. It's just my personal opinion. It's a question that you have to ask at some point during the fight, because if you come out of the fight and you have a bad result and you've not asked that question, you're gonna torture yourself for not investing a little bit in the body.
As it stands, what is it, Monday, 2-3 o'clock? What is your prediction if you had to put a bet on it?
Again, I've changed in the last hour. Seeing Fury there, it really, I don't know if it's just because I've seen him, he looks so focused. But maybe a Fury masterclass. The way he looks engaged and switched on. I've said the Usyk masterclass for a few weeks actually, but seeing Tyson then, I think you might see something special.
Well, not long to go. We've got 6 days. Let's talk about yourself, Frazer. Any updates? I spoke to Ben Shalom last week. He said the rematch is being spoken about, but he believes it's the biggest fight for both of you next. So where are you standing with this?
I think there's a few talks, in the background. I'm back in the gym, preparing for whatever's next and just trying to improve. So I think naturally it's a fight I want, because a draw don't sit well with me. Probably the same for Fabio as well. But we know the sport, we know the business, we know how it goes, and I think we'll both do what's right for our career. Like he said a few times, he's still got the belts. He's the man with the options. But I'm not too concerned about him. I'll sort of just do what's going to benefit me and going forward in my career. I think it's well established now that I've got to have the right dance partner, because we're seeing what that brings out in me. And I wish him all the best, and I'm going to just move forward in my career. And if that's Fabio next, then you fans get lucky again. So there we go.
Have you watched the fight back yet? The first fight?
I've watched 8 rounds of it. I've not watched the last 4 rounds. I'm really terrible at watching myself back. I really hate it, but I felt like I had to do it. And I only watched it a few days ago, and I had it going into at 8 rounds. I had it with the point. I had it 4 apiece. So a few people are telling me you really dominated, not dominated, but you won them last rounds. So I'll have to go back and watch them. But nevertheless, a good fight, and maybe one lapse of concentration on the inside, trying to land a body shot. May have cost me the titles, but you live and you learn.
Taking away the rematch for a second, is it still important for you to try and get that British title?
Yeah, the British title is the British title. I think if you look back on your career at the end and it's something I've not done, I think I'd be a bit disappointed. It's not that the fight has now become bigger than the titles, but the fight was like, I'm not going to say it was the best fight ever because I was in it, but everyone's telling me it was a really good, entertaining fight. So it's become a lot. I think it's about more than the titles now. We said this in the build-up, me and Fabio. It's about seeing who's the better man. And I really do think now I've had the draw. You've got to sort. It's like the second leg. Someone's got to win, even if we go to penalties. No more draws. You know what I mean? We've got to find out who's the better man.
Just finally, I think he's coming out here later on in the week. Could we see that rematch taking place out here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia? It was excellent in London, packed out O2, but everyone wants to come out here.
I mean, just being out here, it'd be an honour to fight out here. Just seeing everyone that's here, it'd be unbelievable. But again, a special mention to all the fans that came out, even the Ipswich fans that despised me. That they made some noise. They made it a really good event. So I would love to do the fight out here. It would be a real honour and privilege. But if it happens again in London, I'd be over the moon as well because there's nothing quite like the British fans.
Excellent. Frazer, thank you very much for taking some time to speak to me today, and I'm sure I'll see you throughout the week. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.